So guys, it finally came. My Zonda is here. I've been waiting for it for about a week. Actually, it didn't really take that long. I ordered from Offshore. Offshore does an awesome job of shipping. It was technically here yesterday, but they put a signature required on it, which makes sense. It's good they do that. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open the box, and then I'll show you guys in the box just at how it comes. So inside that box, guys, we had another box, so I'm going to set this down, I'm going to open it, and then we'll take a look. So you guys, here's how it's packaged. It's actually packaged pretty well, kind of impressed. You do got like your goodie bag up here. We'll pull that out. We'll set this up on the thing and we'll take a look at what all comes in it. So here's that goodie bag. Let's get this open. It looks like it's just wrapped in some foam here. So there is your bag of goodies. Bag of stuff you're gonna need. So before we even actually pull the boat out, we're gonna kind of go through this and I'm just gonna talk about it. And a lot of these things in this bag, I'm going to compare a little bit to the Dominator. Because I'm guessing most of the, I would kind of consider this a pricier, more expensive boat like the Dominator. So, let's go ahead, let's throw things out. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool they give you tape. So that's everything out. You get a Zonda manual. You do get an antenna lead. We won't be using it. Then you get the manual. It's a 41 inch, so it is a 1040 millimeter. And I believe that's 41 millimeters from the front all the way to the back, from the tip to the back of the rudder, if I'm not mistaken. It's cool. They actually have some pretty good instructions in here that kind of teaches you, here's how your propellers go. So that's cool. I was a little worried about that because I've never owned a dual motor catamaran. This is my first catamaran. There's that. And then you get a stand, which is very cool. My Dominator did not come with a stand. And I'm going to be honest, when I ordered it, I didn't realize that. So it was a little disappointing because I didn't really have a stand for it when I got it. So I was just setting it down. And then I found out on Amazon, or not Amazon, sorry, eBay, there's a company out there that actually makes pretty decent stands, and I will share those with you guys if you want. Just let me know. So yeah, very cool. It comes all, that's cool. Yeah, this stand's really nice actually. I like this stand. So let's get this set up. So it just goes together like this. And you can glue these guys if you want, but I don't suggest it. You don't need to glue them. They stay together pretty good usually. These wood stands. So there we go. There's the stand. Then let's kind of just open this bag of goodies. This is the parts I'm guessing to put it together. Now, one of the things I was kind of wondering about this boat is... Okay, so this boat... okay, I'm getting what's going on now. This boat is not ran on a push-pull system. I thought this boat was ran on a push-pull system, but it's not. So... Oh, and it freaking has a dual cooling rudder. Well, that's stupid. I bought a freaking dual cooling rudder extra that isn't here yet. So maybe I'll send that back. Get a bunch of zip ties. You get your rudder. Your antenna tube. You get 2 antenna tubes. That's kind of weird. I got 2 antenna tubes. And then you get your props. Your left. That's nice. They bag them and everything for you, left and right. And then you get your 2 nuts, which is something I haven't seen yet. I have not seen how these are yet. So we got all this up here. Let's take our rudder. Let's put it to the side because we're going to need to put it on the boat. I'm not going to worry about an antenna tube. I don't put antenna tubes on my boats because I've never had to. I've never had a problem. Throw the instructions to the side for now. To the side where those props come up here. Okay, props. Oh, okay, so the props are up there. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's get the boat up here. I'm gonna try to put it so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. It might be a little bit harder than I think though. So let me get the boat all the way out of the box. We'll put it up here and we'll take a look. Here is the boat. Oh, cool. Okay, it already has dual cooling set up. I didn't realize that when I bought it. I thought it was just... So that's pretty nice to see. There's actually a lot of stuff going on with this boat, guys. I'm really liking that I did not realize it had. So it does have an infamous EC5s on it. We're going to change these all for 8s. We're going to have to. We got to run 8s. Okay, so what the frick is going on here? I'll say one of my own lines is off, but I think I see it sitting right here. So I'm glad I seen that before I went and ran it. Whoever was working on this one that day said screw it and just left it in there. That's a freaking kind of a bitch. Oh guys, that really just blew my mind. So you zip tie your servo down. Let me see if I can find my servo I plan to use on this. Hopefully it's here somewhere. I just had it, so let me find it. Alright guys, so I got this all put through. I don't have the servo mounted on the saver yet. We're going to do that in a second. First thing I want to do is let's get this put on. I thought this boat had a push-pull system, so I don't know, I just think there's so many models of it that there's so many different types of it that so it's held with a Allen screw, so I'm gonna do through like that. Should probably check to make sure there's no flat spot on, so let me do that too quick. Oh, there's a flat spot. So there's a key spot right there. Hopefully that's matched up. I mean, it's sticking up and out even both sides. So tighten this good. You can put some Loctite on it, but with this, I don't think I'd be too worried about it. So now push through. So right now, the boat, so right there, like where your steering is going to go. So let's try to get this as straight as we possibly can. So let's go ahead and move the boat like this. So I can get back here, I'm going to take a look. Let's say that's pretty straight. You guys might see it different on the camera, that's okay. So that should be tight now. So now what we can do, I should be able to hold this, should be able to steering. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my servo up a little bit. Maybe I'm not gonna pull my servo up a little bit, never mind. But I'm going to try to grab, and here should be a screw. Put a servo on. I think if I remember right, these are just M3s. These are all regular heads, so I'm going to put a stainless button head in it. Something like this should be good. so we're gonna have to go back to the old way, and you're gonna have to use a standard Allen wrench to do this, sadly, which is nice. The Dominator came with an Allen wrench, like a weird tool. I mean, it works, but it didn't work to really help put it together because a lot of the spaces you need to get into are really tiny. And so with that thing, it was a little bit of a struggle using his tool that he gives you. I don't mean to make that sound weird, but yeah, the tool he gives you isn't helpful for some things, but then others it's really not. Getting inside the boat, I don't know, maybe you're supposed to get a regular set of Allen wrenches with your boat, and then you just get that tool thing as like a premium thing because you bought a Dominator, but yeah. It's hard for me to tell. There it goes. So we got that pretty tight. Now, let's take our zip tie here. They included this zip tie, which is nice. So there you go, there's your steering. Looks like it's working pretty good. And I think I'm going to mount my receiver right in front of the servo right here on this carbon fiber plate. And that'll kind of stretch my antenna into the back here. So when the boat's going away from me. So let's see something here. So on these DX5Cs, something you got to do is your throttle all the way up. So this boat right now. Oh, okay. Never mind. So I am only powering one side. Okay, I see what's going on. Reverse isn't as big of a deal. But now our steering. So see. And you want to make sure you're not hitting nothing. And you want to make sure everything can move. Okay, so everything is set up. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Okay, so we got everything done here. I'm gonna clip off this zip tie. This servo seems to be working good. So that's good. We got that set up. Let's, so everything's set up pretty much. I'm gonna finish it up. We're gonna end up having to take off the nut and check the shafts, make sure they got grease on them. And after that, we're done. Oh, I gotta change the plugs too. I'm not gonna do that on camera though. I'll do that off camera. So yeah, guys, just make sure if you do solder EC8s or even EC5s, that you have the correct orientation on here for the plus and the minus. Your circle is going to be the minus, and then the weird shaped one is going to be your positive. So your negative and your positive, sorry. Negative, plus, and minus, but yeah. So just keep that in mind when you solder these. So we got our receiver in here, guys. I'm just going to take this wire. I'm going to run it under this. And that'll kind of push it to the back. So that should be good. The servo's in there good, everything coming out. The radio keeps going off, so I turned it off. I'm going to have to put this model in there. As you can see, I did get the EC8s on here. And I want to plug a battery into these and just make sure they are working. So let's do that quick. So that side is working. That side is also working. Fantastic.